Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel, man. This your boy Anthony here, back with another video, and I'm back like I never left, pulling another video off the shelf for you guys. And today we are going to talk about my 10,000 mile plus review on my setup, man. People ask me all the time, like, what do I think about Katech heads and cam package? Do I feel it's worth it? Did I pay a little bit too much? And what are some pros and cons with the package that I have with it so far, since I had 10,000 miles on this build and setup. So if you guys don't know, man, I pretty much said in the beginning though. So this car is heads and cam, got it built by Katech, man. So we're gonna go over the 10,000 mile review. Gonna walk down the list. So first, pretty much a K-Spec, between a K-Spec and stage 3 package. It's a hybrid between the two, because some parts I didn't get on my package on this car, which is like the MSD manifold, the 103 throttle body, and stuff like that. So far with this setup, man, this car has been phenomenal since ownership of the car. Like, it's been phenomenal before I did the mod. So when I modded this car up, this car was modded at 8,000 miles when I took it in, and I shipped it here to Arizona. So this is my new place of residence, and this car has been good to me. What's crazy about this build though now is that I built this car back in Michigan, naturally aspirated, because that's what we do on the East Coast, man. We run NA cars, all motor cars all day. But out here in Arizona, man, due to the heat, it's a boosted market over here. It's a boosted place, but that's all good though, because when I had the chance to run this car has did me exceptionally well. It runs exceptionally well, and I have no problem with that. So far with my setup, with me being heads and cam, I did take out the passenger seat and the rear seat. This is pretty much how I run daily with this setup. I have like 3 different sets of tires ever since I modded this car up. So this is like my daily SS1 LE wheels, man. I really don't have no traction if I step on in the second gear, first gear. It's pretty crazy. But I also have like my road course tires, which is my Apex wheels on there. If y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all probably seen that setup on here before. If y'all follow my old build, y'all definitely seen that setup, because I put it on here. So I'm running the same setup on there. And also, since I made this huge horsepower jump, I had me some rear wheel drag packs on here. So I had me some VMS's and some what are those? No, 555 R2s for the rear whenever I want to get real nasty and do the road course the drag strip road racing ordeal in this car, which I actually love, because I get to enjoy first gear in this car, which I never do on any one of my other setups. So that is nice. So as I'm just going through it, man, what are some things that I love about the car so far? Some things that I do love about the car, man, for it to be full NA all motor, like, it is a very streetable, drivable car, man. So far since I've been out here, this is my daily driver. Honestly, I don't daily drive this car all the time, because I work from home sometimes, but majority of the time I do go into the office. But it pick and choose on when I drive these cars. I drive this car pretty much on the weekend or whenever I feel the need to. But so far, this has been a phenomenal daily driver. I thought having a car with the cam would be pretty hard. This car is not hard based on the cam setup that Katech put in here. So the cam that's in here is the Katech Torker LT1 cam in there, and it rides like stock until I step on it. And above like 4,000 RPMs, that's where it like kicks in. It makes a lot of power and beyond above there. So top end is crazy on this build and on this car. And that is me saying that with the LT2 intake manifold ported and a stock ported throttle body, which is like a 91 millimeter. Overall, besides that, like, the car runs great. I have no problem with it. Katech do a phenomenal job on this car, such as like going over every nut and bolt, validating and checking and make sure it's torqued to spec. They did take the engine out this car and everything with the struts and everything, so that it was easier that way. So I feel like that's where the cost of the car like part of the cost of the car and the mods went to a little bit, but they did it right. I had no complaints with this build whatsoever so far. Now with that being said, the cons with this car, the only con I must say I have with this car, and that probably due to me because I probably changed like the exhaust work, and that is my cam. My cam on here is like kind of quiet. I wish it had like a little bit of a chop to it. Like it has the chop, but it's very subtle, which is kind of nice in the mornings for me. When I went in, I just told them what the heads and cam package. I really didn't talk about what type of cam and all that stuff because I just assumed based on their setup that the cam that I have in this car would be like pretty much like aggressive. So I feel like I should have did a little bit more research into that, but I didn't. I have it in there. It performs well. The dyno numbers look good. So I really don't have no complaints there except for like I wish I had a little bit more chop after having it for 10,000 miles. I did switch the exhaust up on here, and I feel like my new X-Force exhaust on here is a little bit it makes it a little bit more quiet, but it's a different tone, so it takes out the raspiness on the cold starts. But besides that, it does seem like it took away from the chop a little bit. But other than that though, it's cool. I have no complaints with it, but that's like the only gripe I have is like the chop. I wish I had a little bit more chop, but maybe over time, like I don't care about it because I know I'm making the same power with guys who has the chop. So it's just for like more attention seeking, but I feel like the color itself attract more than anything versus the noise. So I kind of deal with that and leave it in that sleeper aspect because if you know, you know. And I put like little like I put the sticker on there with Katech on the rear, so if you see that, you know common sense not to like run that. But if you feel anxious enough and you feel froggy, then let's jump, you know. But besides that, with 10,000 miles, the car has been treating me good. The clutch still been treating me good. The brakes have been good, and the stick of course has been good, no problem. Like it took me a while to learn it based on the setup because it ride like stock, but until I driven this car, stay up in the higher RPMs, I realized that it loves to live at like between 4,500 5,000 RPMs, man. So that's that. Do I recommend people go to Katech? Yes, it all depends on what you're building your car for. Me, like with them, I decided to choose them because just pretty much their workmanship, how they good with their cars and stuff like that. But overall, I want a road course build, daily driver type build, and that's what this car is built for. So it's nice going on the mountains with this car. This car is phenomenal. It's nice how the power comes in. It doesn't kick in like boost cars. So y'all know I driven Q the Chaotic ZL1 when he had it, and I said, oh man, this car is too much. Not saying like the horsepower wise it wasn't too much, it was just the way the torque comes in. And I like how this naturally aspirated setup with the heads and cam comes in. It's very well built. And I like the delivery of it. Some people like, I feel like if I need another car, I would get the ZL1 for the torque because it serves a different purpose. But this car is phenomenal. I only took it to one track day since I've been out here in Arizona. That was at Indy. I want to go to other ones whenever I find the time to. It is like the perfect season since it's winter time over here. Even though there's no snow, there's probably snow in the mountains, but no snow like in the valley on the ground level. So that is that. But other than that though, the car is nice. Some things I'm going to change in the future. I'm not saying that my build doesn't make enough power or anything, but some things I am going to change, which is like the MSD and the 103, just because I just want to change it. I know the LT2 is nice and it fits the build, but just me personally, just looking at the stage 3 package, it comes with the 103 and MSD, and they say it's well worth it, then I'm just gonna add it on here just because. And plus, that's all I really need after that. I did change the piston rods because I don't plan on going boosted. Maybe down the line, but I think I'm gonna leave this as is, like stay in this front as a naturally aspirated vehicle. So like that, man, that's gonna wrap this video up, man, on my 10,000 12,000 plus mile review where this car is at, man. So like that, man, if y'all like this video, y'all know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, and if you like cars like these, man, y'all know who to follow. That's the MOC. That's me, Q the Chaotic, Race Car Friends, and the Hunter Gang Nate. And like that, I'm out.